Okay, so this problem is asking us to go from for all x and for all y, rxy or ryx, to showing that rjj. So we want to instantiate it, both the x and the y, with this constant j, but we also need to do a disjunction elimination to get rid of the disjunction of our premise. So I'd approach it by first turning to my scratch paper and sketching out what the proof might look like. So how would I do that? Well, we'd start with our premises for all x and for all y, r xy or ryx. We know that this is the assumption. Okay, so on the next line, what I would do is start to eliminate these universals. So let's start with the outermost, the x, and we're going to eliminate it and put in the constant j, because we know from our conclusion that we want rjj. So we still have the for all y, because we can only eliminate them one at a time, or ryj. And what we've done is eliminated the universal on line 1. We're going to do that again. So we have rjj or rjj. And what we've done is eliminated the universal on line 2. So in the next part of the proof, what we need to do is to get rid of this disjunction. So let's start with suppose rjj. On the next line, we would repeat rjj. And so then we could do rjj arrows rjj. So we had an assumption. The next line was repetition of line 4. And then we had introduction of a conditional on the subproof. And so we don't actually need to cite the line numbers for that. But we know that both of these disjuncts are the same thing, so we can go ahead and do a disjunction elimination using this conditional with this disjunction. So we can conclude rjj by eliminating the disjunction on line 3 with our conditional on line 6, and then to be consistent we can double cite line 6. Okay, so now we turn to our Carnap page and we want to type in everything that we sketched out. So the first thing we did was eliminating the first universal. And then we did that again, so I'm just going to copy and paste that line and then edit it. And then we're citing line 2 for that. Okay, and then the next thing we did was have a hypothesis for a subproof. We repeated, then we introduced a conditional. Oops. Oh, and we need to cite the line number. And then we can do a disjunction elimination, citing line 3 and line 6 twice. If you'd like, you can also copy and paste the subproof. You're going to be repeating line 7, and then you can cite line 9, if you would prefer not to have to cite the same line number, if that makes more sense to you, but it doesn't really matter. Carnap will take either option.